Hello and welcome to me, where tonight I'll once again be asking AI image generators. Can they generate images of mythical creatures and fictional characters playing synthesizers? So stick around if you want the answer to that question. Yes, they can. So as always, let's start with Cthulhu. Now the first thing you want to look at in any of these images is the fingers. Do the fingers look wonky? Are there the correct number of fingers? Now with hindsight, I probably should have started with a supernatural entity for whom the literature has an agreed correct number of fingers. Nevertheless, the fingers here are pretty good. Second subject, as usual, yellow mechanical spider. Second question, is the entity standing behind the keyboard with the keys facing them? Essentially, is the musical instrument facing the player? 6 months ago, the answer was usually no. Now, again, it seems to be a solved problem. Judge Dredd. Again, we can see a nice synthesizer here, but the 21st century's hardest lawman is looking a little bit nervous about his live performance. Try to relax your shoulders a little bit. They're also much better at putting text into images, as you can see from this Quest for Frankenstein playing a Yamaha DX7. As you can see, it's correctly figured out that a Yamaha DX7 would have the words Yamaha DX7 written on the back, although not that a Yamaha DX7 is black. Moving on to keytars, as Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell here demonstrates, AI is still not entirely sure what a keytar is. Keytars don't look like this either, although they probably ought to. And it's not just me saying that, Aragorn, son of Arathorn, also agrees. Here we have She-Ra playing a pretty good impression of a keytar. Unfortunately, what I asked for this image was an omnichord. Here's Robbie the robot playing an omnichord, but in this case both of them is neither of them. This is an omnichord. And here is Godzilla also not playing one. Here is Link playing an Akai MPC controller, and here is a Woodlouse playing one. King Kong playing an automaton. No surprise that this one came out a bit wonky looking. I mistyped King Kong, and this is what an automaton looks like. Actual coolest image though. Token real person, this is mixed martial arts star Stamp Fairfax with a theremin, which doesn't look anything like a theremin. Or her. Token real musical instrument, Jubilee from the X-Men playing a hurdy-gurdy. It doesn't sound like that should be a real musical instrument, but it is. Boba Fett playing an Ondes Martino. I don't know why I thought this was appropriate. The appropriate person to be playing an Ondes Martino is of course Doctor Who. Finally, Iwis, or electronic wind instruments. What I thought would be appropriate for this was Aang from The Last Airbender, and noted jazz clarinetist Inspector Tequila Yuen of the Hong Kong Police. 8 times I attempted to generate this image. The first 7, he was Mexican in all of them. And one of them he was a Chihuahua. And finally, to wrap it up, we have to ask, of course, for Shatner's bassoon. This does not look like Captain Kirk playing a bassoon. It looks like Chief O'Brien playing a saxophone. So I tried to get Chief O'Brien playing a saxophone, and it gave me this. Final bonus, here's an anthropomorphic personification of a synthesizer playing a synthesizer.